This is Nathaniel reporting for Kids First. I just watched Batman vs. Superman. Straight off, I say I did not enjoy this movie. It's confusing and the title is misleading. This movie starts off with Batman, otherwise known as Bruce Wayne, played by Ben Affleck, at his parents' funeral. Then it switches scenes and shows his parents being murdered. Then back to the funeral. This is probably the least confusing part. And then Bruce falls into a hole and is saved by a swarm of bats. Yeah, a bit more confusing, but now we know what inspired him. Many years later, Superman, played by Henry Cavill, flies through the building that is Bruce's adopted father's office, while battling some random alien invasion that is never explained and destroys the rest of the building with his laser vision. I think this might be part of why they fight, but I don't know. That was unclear. By this point in the movie, my brain started not to understand what is going on at all. I asked my dad what was going on, and he told me that it would make sense soon, but it never did. This movie is a disgrace to DC Comics because there's almost no point. I will explain as best as I can why without spoiling it. First, I will answer a big question. Why are two legendary heroes battling? I don't even know. You might better understand why this movie is so completely confusing. Another reason that this movie's title is very misleading is that the battle has no meaning and it's only what happens next that matters. This movie left me with a bad taste in my mouth, but these are my favorite parts of this not-so-good film. My favorite character was Lex Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg. Even though his lines were not so good, he made everything sound like the good, well, bad Lex Luthor that I know. My favorite costume and props were most definitely Batman's super armor and his gadgets. But Batman and Superman do something so confusing just because they have a super random connection. Some of you may have seen the famous Wonder Woman played by Gal Gadot in the trailer, but she practically has 2% as much of a role as she does in the trailer. I recommend this movie for ages 15 to 18 due to jump scares, blood, screaming, death, guns and bullets, and many more horrible and violent things. I gave it 2.5 stars out of 5 stars because it is confusing, has no moral lesson, and does not even match its title. This film is in theaters now if you wish to check it out. This is Nathaniel signing off for Kids First. See you next time. Bye!